Hey everyone. We're going to talk about different kind of books that you can write. We already know two kinds of books, fiction and nonfiction. Nonfiction are real books that tell, inform, teach, and explain. If you're reading a nonfiction book, they're about true things, true facts that have really happened. Nonfiction, not fake. Fiction are stories that have made up characters and events. Fiction is fake fantasy. I have two books, and I want you to tell me if the book is fiction or nonfiction. First, we have The Very Lonely Firefly. Is this fiction, fake, or nonfiction, not fake? This is fiction. This is a made-up story. It didn't really happen. I also have this book, The Big Book of Bugs. Let's open it up and see. Okay, I see real pictures of real bugs with information and facts. This is nonfiction, not fake. You are going to write a book, a nonfiction book, to teach us about one of your favorite insects. One kind of nonfiction book is called an informational book. Informational. Information are true things that you want to know. So I wrote an informational book about honeybees. Here are the different things that my book has. In blue, my honeybee book has a heading. The heading is like the title. It says honeybees. It tells me what my book is about. This says diagram. A diagram is a fancy word to say this is a picture. It's a realistic picture of a honeybee. My picture, my diagram, also in orange, has labels. I labeled the parts of my honeybee: wings, abdomen, 6 legs. Next, in purple, I have a caption. A caption is one short sentence to tell you what your book is going to be about. Honeybees are insects. Is that true? Is it short? Is it a whole sentence? Yes. Now, this is where you're going to be writing. I want you to write 3 sentences about the insect you choose. This is what I wrote. Honeybees live with colonies in hives. They turn flower nectar into honey. Honeybees live up to 6 weeks. That gave you a lot of information about honeybees. Now let's talk about what you are going to do to make an informational book. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is get on Pebble Go. But before we do that, I want to show you how cute Oliver is being sitting on my chair. Hi, Oliver. So, you might need to ask some help to get onto Pebble Go. Once you get onto Pebble Go, you're going to click Animals, Insects and Spiders.
Insects and spiders.
With the grasshopper, and then Insects.
Insects. Cicada.
You can look at all of the insects and think about which one is interesting to you. You might have to read about a few different insects until you find the perfect one. Just for an example, today we are going to do the ladybug together.
Ladybugs.
So the first thing I'll do is I would read all of the tabs about the ladybugs. You can click this to listen.
Ladybugs are beetles. They are less than half an inch, 1.2 centimeters long. Most ladybugs are red or orange with black spots.
Okay, then I go to the next tab and I would read about all of these tabs, and then I can come watch a video too. After I'm an expert on ladybugs, I can choose to write about them. So the first thing I need to write is my heading. So if I'm writing about ladybugs, my heading should say ladybugs. The next thing I need is my diagram, my picture. I'll pause while I draw my picture. Here is the diagram of my ladybug. I took my time. I did not leave any peekaboos. Everything is colored in. So I have my diagram. Next, I need labels. I need to label the parts of my ladybug. My ladybug has 6 legs because all insects do. It has wings. And it has antennae. All right, I have labeled my diagram. Now let's see what comes next. After labels, I have a caption, a short sentence about my ladybug. So maybe I will choose to write, ladybugs are insects. There is my short sentence, my caption, about ladybugs. The last thing I have to do is write 3 sentences with the things I learned about ladybugs. So let's go back to Pebble Go and see what I learned about ladybugs. Most ladybugs are red or orange with black spots. I could write about that. Ladybugs can live in forests or fields. Sometimes they even live in people's homes. Most ladybugs eat tiny bugs called aphids or mites. Sometimes they eat beans or melons. Ladybugs go through metamorphosis. 4 ladybugs were studied in space. Wow, I'm finding a lot of interesting information about ladybugs. I'm going to pick 3 sentences to write about. Okay, I wrote my 3 sentences. 1, ladybugs can be red or orange. They eat small bugs. 4 ladybugs were studied in space. This is my informational page or book on ladybugs. Now you are going to choose which insect you want to tell us about. Remember, writers don't always finish their books in just one day. This is a project that might take a few days. So take your time and really become an expert on your insect. Have fun, and I cannot wait to see what you write about.